Hey, I'm Rejected Shotgun. Today, Blizzard had a brand new artist release a comic all about the new Halloween event that just occurred. It's basically the story going behind the entire new Halloween event and the return of Junkenstein. What's interesting to note is in this comic, we see all of the characters dressed up, but we also see Genji dressed up, and it's not in anything we've seen before. This might be hinting at a brand new skin for him, so today, let's talk about it. So Blizzard released a kind of 4-panel comic that gives a bit of backstory to the entire Junkenstein's Revenge 2.0 event. This 4-panel comic kind of describes everything that went on and clears up any reasons why we have new heroes available to play and things like that. Now, in this comic, we see all of the Overwatch heroes that participate in this event, and they are all wearing very unique skins that actually are related to the event. We see Mercy as a witch, we see Junkrat as Junkenstein, Roadhog as the monster, etc. Even here, Widowmaker is in a noir skin from the actual in-game that does fit the theme of this event. We see Zenyatta's got his skin, but we look over at Genji in this comic and we see a design for him that has never been in the game before. In these comic panels, we see Genji dressed as a traditional Japanese samurai. And I'm no historian, but everything seems to be pretty historically accurate to what Japanese samurais back centuries ago would actually wear. And of course, if you're an Overwatch player, you already know that Genji doesn't have a skin like this in the game. This is a new design for him that we've never seen before. Now, the way I see it, there are two possibilities. One possibility is the artist wanted to put Genji into this comic, but they needed to give him clothing to suit the entire times, as every other character in this comic has got a costume on kind of to fit the theme. He needed one as well. So perhaps the artist decided, hey, I'll just give Genji a skin out of my own imagination and I'll just invent one, which is certainly possible. However, if we look at every other character in this comic, we notice they've got an accurate skin in-game that represents them in this comic. Widowmaker, for example, has one of her legendary skins in this, and that was released way last year when the game originally came out. So every character has got a skin in-game fitting this theme, except Genji. He is the odd one out here. It's possible that this was a skin planned for the Halloween event that never made it in, or even possibly this will be a skin next year or added in some future update that we can't see yet. Because if you take a good look at this final panel here with Genji in it, you can see he still retains his metal face mask and everything, which is accurate to how he would look in game. I would definitely not say this is a new skin confirmed, because if you notice from this area here, it looks like Genji's silhouette gets kind of muddled, and if you saw him in that in game with the big robes and everything, you might not be able to really tell that's a Genji. It might look a little bit more like a Sombra, but you never know. This definitely is a possible skin for next year. It is historically accurate to the time, and it just looks really nice overall. I could definitely see this being an accurate design to Genji in game as a legendary skin, because everything has been nailed down. He's got his faceplate, he even has the Shimada logo on his robes, and his sword and everything is all there. He's even got the scarf that you see on Genji's head normally, but now of course it is wrapped around his neck, but usually Genji has that flowing behind him, so if this was in game, then you would definitely not mistake this for any other hero, in my opinion. So like I said, nothing is confirmed yet, but this might just be next year's skin for Genji. As we saw in the previous comic from last year, a lot of the skins in there were never used, but this year they did get used. For example, we got the Ana as a pirate skin, and we got the McCree as a werewolf hunter skin, or a vampire hunter if you will. Now those got used this year, and now we've got a comic for this year with Genji in it looking like a Japanese samurai, and I'd say it's quite likely that since he didn't make it into Halloween this year, we might be getting this Japanese samurai skin for Genji either later this year or for next year's Halloween event. Looking back at last year's comic and seeing them in this year's game makes me very confident that this will be a skin for Halloween next year. Of course, there's always the chance it couldn't be, but Blizzard seems to have patterns that they follow, and if you follow this pattern, you will see that this is probably a skin next year. But as always, we will just have to wait and see. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like. And if you want to see more Overwatch videos just like this one, subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon if you want to be notified when I upload an Overwatch video every day. That's all for today though. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.
Like